everybody! It's me, Carmine DeStefano, the Bookman. Well, I'm sure you've all been wondering when the next Assassin's Creed title was coming out, considering we all had that one long year to digest the last one. Well, here it is, sweetheart. Assassin's Creed 3. Yes, a new year births a new Assassin's Creed. Well, let's take a look at it together, shall we? Game opens!
Or laugh them off. Sometimes both. But we never took them seriously.
Who takes Psycho seriously anyway? We get more backstory, history, and lineage explanation. Then we continue where we left off in Brotherhood, Desmond leading the assassins to the place Juno told him to go. There he uses the apple to open the way into his next ancestral flashback. Who's this? Where? Who the fuck is this? Where's my stupid Connor? These are our new, meaning old, assassins. They send this Kenworth guy to Boston. Alas, on his way he is being tracked. Compliments of Mr. Templar's sleeper agent. Even so, he gets to Boston. There he meets the likes of...
Benjamin Franklin. Pleased to meet you.
Benny! I'm sure we'll have deeply intellectual exchanges with him.
Concerning what? The benefits of taking an older woman as a lover.
Yeah, that sounds like Ben Franklin. His real mission is to find the purpose of this key. With the help of his friends in high places, they find slaves like woohoo! I've got some deck work you can do for me, honey. The group helps the slaves find freedom from their captives. Their capturer is this asshole. Kill the cockbot so our men can pass sweet eyes to the native young lady. She is now their source of info regarding this rather interesting key. Her name?
I'm Gadzi Zio.
Oh gosh, how you say?
Zio.
I'm still not getting it. Maybe if you could spell it out for... Yeah, that actually... Ooh, that's much worse. Learn of where to find General Braddock, then get sweet again with Zio. When you learn of the Indian oppressing bastard's whereabouts, you corner him, then finally do away with the English general. After exchanging words, Zio takes Lord Kenway into this cave, with writings of the ones that came before guiding her people. That's when they turn subtle glances into all kinds of super nasty. Kenway returns to his group to help build them up in the colonies. Together they welcome in young Charles Lee to the Assassin...
You are a Templar.
Wait, what?
Yeah, what? That's right, they're Templars who pick on young natives like our hero Connor. He goes home to find they burnt the reservation down while his mom Zio dies in the fire. Years later, an older hunting Connor visits the village priestess. She hands to him a piece of Eden. This unlocks visions where he is led to a symbol, the assassin symbol. Connor follows it to this man, Achilles Davenport. He is an assassin mentor who could use some help along the home front. Achilles in turn welcomes Connor in, then sends him on errands that lead to Connor seeing his dad. He then meets an important figure.
Samuel Adams, at your service.
We know him, the brewery guy. With the home front there are missions. Each mission helps build up the abode, which in turn opens side quests galore. But let's not divert from the main storyline. A former assassin is onto Desmond in the modern day. The group knows they have to kick their animus work into high gear. Connor, looking more assassin-like, begins to use the people's plight to recruit new assassins. He's then sent to help throw a tea party. The Boston Tea Party, of course. Yeah, let's get on with the tar and feathering. This was to keep Will Johnson from buying out his people's land. Instead, old Willie tries to take it by force. When Connor dispatches Will, he talks of the same Templar nonsense we've heard so often before. Connor, looking for his next target, takes a ride. Wouldn't you know, it's Paul Revere's ride. Oh, now this is my kind of recruiting party.
You need to rally your men and put on some trousers.
At once.
Next, it's on to Lexington to help fight off oncoming British soldiers. Connor is then brought to the rebel court to meet...
Allow me to introduce you to our newly appointed Commander-in-Chief, George Washington.
I want to help you, George Washington. This takes him to Bunker Hill. Connor's target there is a Templar named Pitcairn. He too talks of freedom being a lie and Templar order and whatnot. The assassins make more friends that unlock a plot to kill George Washington. This plot is being hammered out with Hickey. For his efforts, Connor gets thrown into the slammer. He thinks he has Hickey, but instead...
What have we here?
Lee claims Connor will be blamed for the plot, sentencing him to a hanging. Connor escapes with assassins and then nails Hickey. He admits he did this all for money before croaking. Now George, Benny, and the others sign the Declaration of Independence with Connor witnessing. On his next mission, Connor meets...
Father. Connor.
I see you two are fully aware of each other. They form a reluctant alliance. It's pretty interesting seeing Kenway with Connor as they break down Mr. Church's plot to fuck with the assassins as well as the Templars. When they get there, Connor finishes him only to hear more Templar spew about protecting humanity. Later, Kenway shows George Washington's folly through an order to wipe out Connor's people. Connor has no trust for either of them. I don't want to help you, George Washington. He goes to warn his tribe about an attack only to be led into slaying his old friend. Back in the modern day, Desmond's dad, searching for the last of the 3 temple power sources, is captured by...
Hello again, Mr. Miles. I hope this message finds you well, or as well as it can, all things considered.
Finn Dick is back. Desmond rescues him. These sources show Juno talking of the ancients' attempt to protect the world. Eddie! Connor needs French assistance to finally nail Charles Lee. Instead, he gets a bunch of his father. Kenway is about to kill Connor, but they don't call it a hidden blade for nothing. His father dies casually as Connor moves on. Charles Lee escapes him once more, only for Connor to track him, only for Connor to chase him. When Connor catches Lee, Connor is in a bad way. It appears Lee has the advantage, but Connor proves again to be resourceful. You'd think that's the end of Lee, but no! He manages to ride offshore. Connor meets up with him to perform the weirdest kill in the entire series. From there, Connor returns to his village to speak with Juno. She tells him to hide the amulet. He takes it back to the home front to bury it in Achilles' grave. This gives our assassins its location. They bring it to the fully powered temple to open a way to Juno. She tells Desmond to touch it. Minerva comes along, warning him against it, seeing as how it will free Juno from captivity. Desmond is then shown an image of how Minerva's way will just lead to more chaos in the future. Desmond decides to send his friends away, then releases Juno, who somehow protects the world from burning up again. Afterwards, we see Connor claim his war has ended. He then hears of how his tribe moved west to be brutalized by more insurgents. Now you can utilize all of the game's features, including sea battles, treasure hunting, liberation missions I don't get, claiming Templar towers, homestead missions to gain resources, and of course, synchronization. Yay! There is still the old trade shopping dynamic that's a little more stingy than previous Assassin's Creed games. Also chasing Ben Franklin's Almanac pages. I haven't got one of them myself. And that's pretty much it. So what did I think of this game? You didn't have much time to alter anything, but hey, it still works. It's very elongated and full of side missions. A simple playthrough that grants 33% rating took 19 hours. I would have tried the multiplayer, but I don't have a Uplayer card. Either way, there were some good new features, but you pretty much have the same setup with beggars and all as the previous few titles. Like the previous few, the controls suck royally. There are too many tedious missteps, too many stiff turns, and botched climbing aspects. Considering the few chase scenes, these controls can turn something simple into a 20-time redo. Also, would it be too much to ask an assassin to be able to sneak? 5 fucking games and you still can't sneak! You accidentally jump out of a hiding spot and the RAF comes bombing you from above. Batman can sneak, so should an assassin. I really didn't get too invested in the history aspect. Granted, Connor was on the outside looking in, but where were figures like John Adams and Thomas Jefferson? There were only, the second and third presidents. Who needs them? I also saw no need to spend 4+ sequences as Connor's father and Connor as a child. That boils down to 5 hours of tutorial before playing the main game. I liked the characters individually, but the payoff was bland. It was, oh, that's your father. Oh, I know. Oh, he's gotta die. Oh, okay. Oh, you're dead. There was no peace, no remorse, no real draw between them, and no reason to play as Daddy first. The animations were great, despite few glitches from a new game, and the battles are smooth. If you want to go through it quick or complete it, you won't be bored. Overall, pick it up, check it out. It's not an intuitive history lesson, but it's a good play nonetheless. Thank you all for watching. I have more for you soon to come, so stay tuned, take care, and have a great day.
The benefits of taking an older woman as a lover.